Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex and I am the owner and trainer at Liggett Dog Training, and today we are going to show you how to muzzle train a dog. I'm going to be using my foster dog Dundee, and he has never had a muzzle on. I figured I would just use the dog that I have who's never been muzzle trained, but there's so many good reasons to muzzle train. I won't get into all of them today. Today is just about showing you how I do it. I tend to move through it probably a little bit quicker than some other trainers. There's a whole bunch of different ways to do this. This is just the blueprint that I use. There are two things that I want him to do and know before I start muzzle training. The first is that when I say the word Y-E-S, he understands that food is coming. So as he's looking around here, yes, he understands that when I say that, he can find my eyeballs and he knows that food is coming. So that's the first thing I want him to know. The second thing that I want him to understand is that when I lift straight up, it means to go into a calm sit. So it means that when I have pressure straight up, he softens, he relaxes, and he goes into a sit. And of course, he's gonna take his sweet time today. But I'm just gonna hold and wait. There we go, and I relax. If you want more information on the calm, quiet sit, you can check out the links below, and that will teach you a little bit more about how to get your dog to learn a calm, quiet sit. Because I want those two things so that when he feels stressed out about the muzzle being over his nose, I have two different coping strategies I can help him use in order to be okay with this. But the key to getting really quick muzzle work done is to just make sure you have good foundations in both of those skills. So the first thing that I do is I take a treat in my hand and I put the basket muzzle. I only use basket muzzle over the treat so that he has to put his nose in to get the treat. Now we did do one other take of this. We didn't get this far, we got just barely this far, so he's put his nose in it a couple times, but he's never like worn it with a buckle or anything like that. So treat in here, so he's a little bit more comfortable. Maybe I'll try to get footage of that very first take in here somewhere. So now I'm just kind of dumping treats into the palm of my hand. Muzzle, there we go. And just getting him really comfortable, just sticking his face in there. Muzzle, I'll usually, good boy, I'll usually start to tell him to muzzle. I do like to have just like a word attached to it. And as he gets better and better, sometimes what I'll do is I'll hold treat in this hand, muzzle, and when he sticks his nose in on his own, muzzle, yes, good boy. When he sticks his nose in on his own, that's when I feed the treat through. Muzzle. Muzzle. Yes, good boy. Nice job. Okay, so once I get him pretty comfortable with that, like I said, we've done one other take with him putting his nose in. Other than that, he's never seen this before or had it over his face. Sometimes if I have a dog who's really like worried about it or just needs to get comfy, I will just have him wear it like a necklace like this. Just move him around so they get used to it. He is totally unfazed. No big deal. Just so I have both hands, I'm going to drop the leash and step on the leash. And now we're going to go right into the buckle. So like I said, he's never had this buckled before. I have my two skills. Muzzle. Good boy. I have my two skills ready to go so that when he gets stressed out by it, we can, yes. Whoa, it's really big. I might take it off and adjust it. There we go. And it doesn't hurt either to like do a couple quick like takes. So like you put it on, you take it off. You put it on, you take it off. You don't always have to be in for like a marathon of getting your dog comfortable with this, but when he starts to paw at it, I'm going to either use my yes or a lift to a calm, quiet sit to get him to come back into a sit. Let's put you so we can see you. Muzzle, yes. Yeah, and like I said, this one is way too big for him, but it's the one that we have available. Actually, it's not too big. It's just a little loose. Good boy. Now, my next step is to get him to take a couple steps with it. There we go. He says, I don't like this. Maybe I'll ask for a nice, oh, good boy. Good boy. What do we think? Nope, no sir. So if a dog starts to do this, a nice gentle lift till he calms can help. Good boy. But it's really important, especially in these first few lessons. Yes, nice job. That he does not take it off himself. The muzzle comes off when he is calm. Right there, he's just good boy. Yes. So as he's looking up at me, when he's like taking into consideration that I'm here with him and that I might be able to help him with this, good boy. I'm rewarding that. So when he's like right here, he's kind of considering, yes, he's considering what his options are. And when he looked up at me, I can mark that with a yes to tell him like, hey, dude, I know that this is a little weird. I know that there's some things going on. There's a thing on your face, but if you check in with me, all good things. A good boy. Yeah, just want him to take a step or two. So he basically just gets comfortable like doing things in it. And then I might ask for one more calm sit. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just even, good boy. I'll end on a good choice. So like that would be like an appropriate amount of stress for him. It's like, it's a little bit to like make him go, I don't know about this thing, but enough that he can still like work through it and feel like he's successful at the end of it. Then I also might end, or not totally end, but before I end the session, I might just go back to this skill. He's already like shoving his face in here. Muzzle. Sometimes in training, we tend to get harder, or like the skills get harder and harder and harder and harder, and we never go back to like easy things. And so when it comes to muzzle training, I went from like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and I didn't really even backtrack. Now we went all the way up to level 5, and now I'm coming back to like level 1 and 2. And he's going, oh wait, I remember these levels, and I'm pretty good at these levels. Muzzle, good boy. Now he's a fairly easy dog who honestly like probably doesn't even need a muzzle, though we could argue that he might at a vet visit sometime, or just, you know, who knows what scenario he might get himself into, because he is a foster dog, so we don't know where his life is going. So having him comfortable in a muzzle, it can be just a really helpful life skill for him. But he is a really fairly easy dog, but because we've put in the work and the foundation with our yes game and with the calm, quiet sit, muzzle training was such a breeze. So if you guys have questions, please put them in the comments. Happy to hear about it, happy to answer them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.